Hey everybody, it's Brooke. I hope you're having a great day. I am getting ready to set up my May and maybe June creative daily journals. If you're interested in seeing me do that, stick around. Okay, so what I'm working with is this hysterically funny and quite beautiful journal that my darling friend Christy Biddleston sent me. I just love it. I will link Christy and her shop down below. She always has the most amazing things. It has this beautiful dangle. Look at this butterfly, so pretty. And a little elephant, which of course makes me think of Christy, and just beautiful sparkly stuff. And it's all attached with a lobster claw, which I like. And book corners. And I think she said this was a bag that she bought. And she knows I don't say that word, so I'll say just about any word, but not that. So yeah, I love it. Look at this. It's really cool. It's almost like craft text inside, I think. But it's just, it feels really sturdy and durable. And it does have the traveler's notebook style with the elastics. And I like them because they are exactly the right tension, and it's exactly the right thickness of elastic. So she also included one notebook for me, which is this guy. I'll set this aside. Isn't this cool? It's made with an old popcorn bag. And she sewed it onto some cardstock. Oh no, you know what? I think it was a file folder. And it has this really cool brown stripy paper in it. The problem is, it's not really much of a problem. And if I didn't say so a million times already, Christy, thank you for the fabulous gift. If you guys are lucky, go check out her shop. Maybe she has some journals available. But I tend to do 2 months in one journal, and this beautiful paper is too much for 1 month and not enough for 2 months. So I thought what I would do, hopefully you don't mind, Christy, is I'm going to unbind it and take out some pages and rebind just enough for May. And then, because you guys know I really do enjoy making a very fat journal, I'll see if there's still room to put another notebook in for June. And that will be super fun. The cover is really flexible. It doesn't have a very wide spine, but I have a feeling we can get it to curve. And then she also included this beautiful cotton ribbon to tie, or not ribbon, lace, to tie around it, so if it gets really fat, we can harness it with this. So I think I'll be able to get May and June both in here with a little luck. Pardon me. Alright, so I'm going to clip this and hope that I can rebind it without... Oh, that's not going to work, is it? Alright, so I'm going to have to fly crazy. There's a 5-hole pamphlet stitch, which I like. Is it glued? Nope, it's not glued on the back. Alright, so here we go. I'm going to try really hard not to let any of the pages shift so that we can get them lined back up. I'm sorry to cut your hard work, Christy. I thought about just tearing some pages out, but I didn't really want to waste them, and I didn't want to mess with the integrity of the stitching. So tearing them out would have worked, but it might have been a little iffy. So what we need is 8 pages. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Look at me using my big girl numbers. 7 and 8. We'll lift these up. Oh, look at that beautiful color. And then we will now clamp it and hope to keep everything where it belongs. And yes, I'm going to try binding on camera. Is that a good idea? I don't know. Maybe I'm not going to. We shall see. I'm going to bind the heck out of it, or clamp the heck out of it. There we go. And just pull out. I don't know what kind of thread you use, Christy, but it's soft. It feels very cottony, and it doesn't feel terribly waxed. It's nice. Alright, so I decided not to be a chicken. We'll go ahead and try to do it on screen. Guess you don't need to see that. Alright, so as I said, darling Ms. Biddleston bound this with a 5-hole pamphlet stitch. So I'm going to use the holes. I don't know. Hopefully you can see those. Let's see. Can you see that? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, sorry about the Band-Aid. I was washing the dishes, and because I have mad skills, I stabbed myself really hard right there with a fork. You know, you can't make this stuff up, you guys. 2, so I'm just measuring out 3 lengths of the book and a little bit to grow on, just for fun. I've said it a million times, but I would much, much rather use a little extra thread than run out, because that makes me crazy. Alright, and here are my needles. Let's see that fun game. Can we also thread the needle on camera? Maybe. Maybe we can. Maybe we can't. So I've got a blunt needle here with a big eye. Aha! Look at us go. It's like we've done this a time or two. Alright, so I just have some bookbinders thread here. Let me show you what that package looks like. I think I have a new one. This is my favorite. It is Line Co. Binders thread, and it's 50 yards on this card. It is acid-free, unbleached linen. So I really like this kind. If you prefer waxed, you can certainly run it through some wax. Actually, you know what I'm going to do is just run this end part through some wax, because that makes tying the knot easier. And here's my little wax dealio. Isn't that funny? I think I need a new one. I think I've said that about 1,000,000 times too. Alright. So we'll just get a little bit going there on the end. Well, I don't even think this is working anymore. Alright, never mind that plan. Forget it. I don't think that's working anymore. Either dried up or just too abused. Okay, so to do our 5-hole pamphlet stitch, I am going to start on the outside and go through this center hole. Let's see if we got everything. Ooh, look at that. So far, so good. Pull that through. Leave enough to tie a knot. I don't want to have to fight with my knot, so I'm leaving a pretty good amount there. Holding that with my fingers. Itching my nose, and then we're going to go up to this next hole, down through. Yay! I think we clipped it adequately. Good news. And give that a tug, and then we'll go through this hole and pull that through. And then what we're going to need to do is get back down towards the other end. So we're going to start doing a little weaving. So we're going to go from this top hole to the second hole again. We've already gone through that, so we're going to go through it a second time, making sure not to split our thread anywhere, because if you do split your thread, if you're using embroidery floss or something that could split, it really messes up the thread. You get big knots. It kind of weakens the thread. It's just a good idea to not do that. All right, so then we're going to come all the way. We're going to skip over our center hole, and we're going to come down to this hole. Actually, I was holding it upside down, so I get just up to that hole. It doesn't matter which direction you go. Okay, and we're going to do that. Pull our thread on the back. I'm trying to keep it kind of tight there. We don't want any wobbly pages. We must maintain Christy's fabulous workmanship. Alright, so we went down through that hole. Now we are going to come back up through this hole again, which I guess is hole number 2 on this end. Pull that up, and then go back through the center hole. Now on this side, there we go. We want to make sure that we've got one thread, one of our tying threads on either side of this center thread. So I'm just going to do a little pulling. Take these off because they're flapping around and bugging me. These are from the dollar store, you guys. They're awesome. If you see them, I highly recommend picking them up. All right. Oop. Okay. Let's see. Go to the inside. Make sure we don't have any wiggles. Nope. Pretty good. I think Christy will be proud of me. Hopefully she's not mad at me for cutting up her book. Alright, so I'm going to put my needle away immediately so I don't lose it. And then we'll just tie this off. And I tie a couple knots, you know, just for fun. There's 1, 2, and then we could try the old square knot. How does that go? Then you go, wait a minute, I don't even remember. Go back through this way maybe? I don't know, but that's a bunch of knots. That should be sufficient. Oh yeah. So then I will just trim these off. And look at that, you guys. We have our May journal with just the right number of pages. Huzzah. I like this paper. It's different for me. So that'll be fun to journal on something different. I like the lines. And I like it's a little smaller than I've been using. Because frankly, Mark and I are just boring AF. So I don't really have that much to journal about. I do like to do some collaging and drawing and whatever. But this might help keep me on track to finish May. I've been journaling pretty steadily, but I by no means kept up with every day. So a little bit of improvement all the time. That's the best you can hope for, right? So I'll put that back in there. And I want to say once again, Christy, I love this. I just think it's awesome. And we'll tie our string, our lasso around it. And let's cross our fingers that we can keep up with our journaling in May. Maybe that will be a thing. So I think this is just so pretty. Wow, that's crooked. My middle name, Crooked. So it's really nice to use a journal that a friend made for you. It feels great in my hands, and it feels good in my heart because my friend Christy made this. So I hope you guys enjoyed the 5-hole pamphlet stitch, and keep your fingers crossed that we can keep current. If you're new here, thanks so much for coming on over. We always love to have new friends. If you'd like to go over to our Facebook group and join that, we have all kinds of inspiration and fun and occasionally some freebies. And if you like the video, give it a thumbs up and click that subscribe button if you feel so inclined. Let me know what you guys are using for a journal in May. I always love to know. Thank you so much for coming by, and I will talk to you soon. Bye.